Everything I batched and prepped this weekend to try to make life a little bit easier for myself during the week. As the weather had cooled down, I was finally able to get into the kitchen. First thing I did though was put on a comfort DVD, which I love to watch whilst I am baking and having a busy time making things for the freezer and for the pantry cupboard. I started off by getting some bread dough proofing, so I wanted to make some bread rolls for the week, and then we totally ran out of my granola, so I had to make a big batch of that because the kids love it. We pretty much only have granola toast or Weetabix for breakfast every day, so it does go down very, very quickly, but luckily it only takes 5 minutes to make. And if I do say so myself, it is a foolproof recipe and it comes out perfect every single time with massive chunks of delicious granola, which lasts really well in the glass jar. I then got on to making some OT cookies, so kept the oats out and just cracked on with that. These are another staple. If you followed me for a while, you will know that these are made pretty much every week on repeat, as well as the granola. Again, the kids love them. They have them in their lunch boxes or as a snack when they get home, and I just find they're a bit better than things that I could buy in the store because I've made them myself and I know exactly what's in them. I then moved on to shaping my bread. This proofed really, really quickly and they turned out amazing. I've been experimenting with the shapes, so I've got some rolls and then some sub-shape rolls, but they're really nice. Unfortunately though, they do only last literally 2 days because they have no preservatives in them, so they're not something that you can make a big batch of and just keep lying around for the whole week. You need to unfortunately do a couple of batches or freeze them. I then cleaned all of my fruit because I'd just been in a food shop, so I cleaned all that down with bicarb and then moved on to making some smoothies for myself, and I had a bit of a disaster trying to get it into the glass jars, but I managed it in the end. So I had 3 of those in the fridge just to help during the week so that I'm not having to make them from scratch every day. I also like to have a couple of dips and things around just because they go nice with salads or as snacks, so I made a simple hummus and then a yogurt, garlic and lemon dip, and I had a red cabbage that needed using, so I just made a really simple pickling mix, cooked that off very quickly on the hob, and then made some very simple pickle bread cabbage. I finished off by making some tuna mayo for the kids' sandwiches that week, and then the dinner, which was an easy, simple chicken cob salad. If you've enjoyed this, follow along for more as well as recipes.